What's up, guys? I'm Katie Faye. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Master Energy Healer and co host of the No Hope podcast. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when you really ask for a sign from God, He always shows up and delivers in a really cool way. The other day, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep filming for my YouTube channel because I was like, okay, I committed to it. I made like 2 videos, and then all of a sudden I just wasn't showing up for myself. I wasn't continuing to strive to do the things that I told myself that I was going to do. And I was like, man, God, maybe you just don't want me to do this YouTube channel. Maybe it's one of those things. I feel like everyone right now kind of wants a YouTube channel, and I didn't want it to be like that. I didn't want to film or do this because everyone else was doing this. I wanted to do it because I felt like God was calling me to do it, and He wants to speak through me. You know what I mean? And so I think that's super important in doing anything. And so I was like, okay, God, if I'm supposed to do this, give me a sign. And so I waited a few days, and honestly, I had forgot that I said that. And I had this conversation, and it talked about, my numerology and my astrology and my placements and my signs, and how vital it is for me to have a YouTube channel, how vital it is for me to create and speak and communicate and share wisdom. I've definitely overcome a few things in my day, and I think that we all have, but I think different perspectives is what helps us change. And so I hope to bring a perspective to you that is truly empowering, truly something where you are inspired to become who God created you to be, because ultimately that's part of my purpose, is helping people to find that relationship with their creator so they can become their most authentic self, so they can become truly who they're created to be. I totally believe that before before we entered earth, that there was like a powwow with our spiritual team, and that spiritual team was like, hey, you're gonna do this, and this, and you're like, yeah, I totally got that. And then we come to earth and we have amnesia, we don't remember. But through discovery, through the unpeeling of the layers, the process, you can truly remember who you were created to be. And so, if you're watching this and you feel like God has put something on your heart to do, to create, to be, and become, I hope this is a sign for you just to go for it. Because you never know. Just make your 90-year-old self proud by doing it. So, with that said, I'd like to welcome you to the 222 portal, and a recommitment to do this, to create for you and to share the wisdom that I've acquired in my 36 years of life. And so today, initially, I just want to talk about overcoming fear. I think one of the greatest tactics that the enemy uses to defeat children of God is by instilling fear within them. Fear of what people will think, fear of their past mistakes, fear that they're not enough, fear that the dreams that were put in their heart were not created for them. And I'm here to tell you that fear is false evidence appearing real. It's fake. Now, fear and danger are two totally different things, right? If you're in danger, you're run, okay? But if you are just experiencing fear, and that fear is coming from your mind, I want to empower you to push past that fear, to look that fear in the face and really ask it what it's doing here. Because truly, it doesn't belong. We are not going to be able to do what we were called to do if we're totally stricken and paralyzed with fear. For me, a lot of times it's like fear of what other people are going to think. You know what I mean? I think maybe that came from, I'm like the baby of 7, and it's like maybe I was just fearful, brought up with this fear, but God is really unpeeling the layers for me in that fear. And I feel like something that you can do to help you overcome that fear is to truly face it, to ask why it's here and sit with it for a minute. Allow it to hang out. Instead of resisting it, sit with it and ask it, why do you want to be here? What is there to fear? And draw up these different scenarios where that fear can come to life. And the fear is there, it's facing you, and you're able to look at it and overcome it. Our fear can be a tool to drive us to the next level. So I want to empower you to trust yourself, to trust that you can do this, that you can become who God created you to be. You can do and become and be all those beautiful things that you see in your mind, that God planted within you to do. There's nobody who can do it like how you can do it. You're the one. I'm here to tell you that you are the one. You're the one for your family. You're the one for your friends. You're the one for people who don't even know you yet. They want to hear it in only a way that you can say, in only your perspective. Because it's time to stop thinking about just yourself. It's time to start thinking about the other people that you are meant to shine a light for. The other people that are waiting for you to come out of your shell. They're waiting for you because they need to hear what you've been through. They need to hear your hardships. They need to hear your successes so that they can be inspired to keep going in the midst of their adversity. So thank you so much for just this little bit of a rant. I'm really committed to this now, and I'm really excited. And I would love for you to follow along, to become a part of this, because ultimately we're just creating a community of people who are living out their dreams. Not just so you could watch me live out my dream, but ultimately to see people succeed. It feels so good. It's such a win for me to see you succeed. And so I would love to hear about any fears that you have that you're trying to overcome, or any fear that you've faced head on and you won. I would love to hear about it in the comments. So we got some cool things coming up. ETH Denver's coming to town. I'm one of the healers there. I just got done creating so many little holistic gifts for the attendees there. So we'll have a video out for that. And of course, the No Hope podcast is rocking along. We'll be filming a new episode tomorrow. I'll link that in the show notes. But again, I'm so grateful you're here. Remember to step into this 222 portal, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be. You're doing exactly what you're meant to do. Have no fear. God is with you. And so am I. So rock it out. See you soon.